13 Brookshire Road. Contact Peter France. No weapons involved.
Yeah, fine. Check out the garage and the backyard. If you find anything else, come on in and let me know. All right, folks. Well, my partner's looking over the rest of the premises. I need to get a statement, and the more cooperation that you give me, the quicker this is going to go.
What is wrong with you? Are you crazy? Are you completely out of your mind?
Please, sir. Just try to calm down.
What do you mean, calm down? Don't you understand? This lunatic tried to kill me.
You will get your turn to speak, sir. But right now, I'm talking to your wife.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt him. I just wanted it to stop.
Wanted what to stop, man?
Yeah, it will not be good for you when he finds out.
Sir, if you can't get control of yourself, we're going to end up moving this down to the station. Now, ma'am, when you say you just wanted it to stop, does that mean that you did what you did tonight in self-defense?
No, you have just gone loopy.
Sir?
Oh, it's been so terrible.
Ma'am, I know this is difficult, but you seem to be saying that your husband has been hurting you in some way. You don't have to be afraid. I promise you, you're safe now. But I need for you to tell me exactly what we're talking about. How were you abused? Were we talking about punching? Slapping? Choking?
Snoring.
Excuse me?
Snoring. He was killing me with it.
And so she tried to smother me with my own pillow. I want her put away. I want her arrested for attempted murder.
Okay. Let's take this one from the beginning.
There is no beginning. There is no end. There is no sleep. All there is he is guttural gargling of his own flesh.
My snoring is not that bad.
Not that bad. It sounds like he is slowly sawing a sofa in half. It is so loud, I can barely remember we live by the airport. It's absolute and complete and utter torture is what it is. Oh, sweet Lord, if the CIA had him, they'd never have to waterboard another terrorist, and for as long as they live.
So, she's a light sleeper, and now everything is my fault.
I'm not a light sleeper. I'm a no sleeper. I am so sleep deprived, I don't even know what I'm doing. I haven't had a good night's rest in almost 7 months.
Just how long have you folks been married?
Almost 7 months. And this is the first time she's ever complained about it. I mean, there is no warning at all. I mean, that's what's really disturbing here. I mean, why don't you ask her about that?
We were newlyweds. I thought I could learn to live with his snoring. I even tried to convince myself it was a kind of sexy, masculine sound to sleep next to. But as the weeks went by, it just got worse and worse and harder to think of how sexy or masculine it was in any way. And now, as much as I love him, the sound of his snoring just makes me want to cut off his head and go bury it in the backyard.
Excuse me, ma'am. You must have realized this would be an issue before you got married.
No, I didn't. My religious beliefs don't allow for living together before marriage.
And yet, they didn't stop you from wanting to separate my head from my torso.
Okay, ma'am. Please tell me exactly what time the incident took place tonight and what you were doing.
Well, I guess it must have been around 2 a.m. That's when the decibel levels are usually hitting their max. And I suddenly thought to myself, oh my God, this is my life now. And it really felt like my only way of escape was to just kill myself on the spot. But then, right at that moment,
can understand your frustration, really, but you know there are plenty of treatments out there for snoring that you could have tried.
I did try, but none of them worked.
And there is such an obvious lie. I mean, we've never even spoken about my snoring. How could we have tried treatment?
He didn't know about them.
Would you mind explaining that one, ma'am?
Well, I thought maybe if I got him into a really deep sleep, he might be a little quieter, so I tried putting some of my Lunesta in his hummus. That just made him snore louder and sometimes sleepwalk right out in the middle of our cul-de-sac. So I figured it might be better to just try keeping him awake. So I took some of my Dexedrine and started making him after-dinner espressos.
I was wondering how I broke the elliptical.
He lost 12 pounds, but he always still managed to nod off.
Ma'am, I have to ask, through all this, did it ever occur to you that it might be easier just to sleep on the couch?
Well, of course it occurred to me, but I could just never bring myself to do it. Being just married, I was too afraid he might feel hurt.
Said the strangler and the poisoner.
He's got a point, ma'am.
Well, I know it sounds funny, but I've just never been the kind of person who's good at confrontation. I would always rather just suffer in silence than feel that anyone I care about might be really angry with me.
And there it is. There it is. That's the insufferable noise I have to live with. Ooh, no matter what I say, how endlessly reassuring I am with her, this constant guilt-inducing insecurity.
I am not insecure. Okay, a little. A lot. You're right. I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
Do you know how frustrating that is to live with? I mean, how many times she's apologized when I've stepped on her foot? I mean, how many last pieces of pie she's made me eat when I know full well she's just salivating with that bit of meringue herself?
Well, if you understand the kind of person she is, she must have known that it was just a matter of time before she snapped.
Well, if she can snap, brother, then so can I. So, I am done with all the coddling. I mean, you ask for the truth, you're gonna get it. So you know what, Bethy? Yes, I do think it's weird for a grown woman to spend an entire weekend concentrating on our Hello Kitty collectibles. And no, I don't really think that seasonal affect disorder is probably the reason that you can't just parallel park. And just for your information, I have heard the term muffin top. And I do know what it means. And oh yeah, I know exactly what it looks like when I see it.
You know, you two are just way more than I'm prepared to deal with. At this point, all I can do is ask you if you're going to press charge, because there is way more going on than just how loudly somebody snores.
You're just saying that because you don't have to sleep next to a man who does it.
Yeah, and how do you know that? I mean, he might have to sleep next to a guy. I mean, there are plenty of gay cops out there.
Well, from the way he totally just dismissed the problem, I wouldn't be surprised if he snores himself.
Well, I bet he doesn't snore, because if he did, he'd be too scared to keep his weapon holstered with you around.
Well, if he does snore, I bet he gets that quivering little string of spittle between his lips that makes a normal, healthy woman start seriously considering artificial insemination.
Yeah, I bet he doesn't.
I bet he does.
Well, do you?
What?
Snore.
I don't know.
But if you snore, your wife or girlfriend surely knows it.
I don't have a wife or girlfriend.
Boyfriend or domestic partner?
No, not that either. I live alone.
But you at least have someone you're seeing regularly.
No, not really. Nobody special. I'm mostly single now.
Oh. Oh, I see.
I guess we both just kind of assumed that you, I mean,
I'm not saving myself for anything. I've been with plenty of women, just never on a especially long-term basis. At least not long enough for any of them to have complained about something like snoring.
Well, I think that is just the saddest thing I've ever
There is nothing in the least sad about it. I had to work my way through school and then the academy and then establish myself in the force. I just haven't had a lot of time for a serious relationship.
Well, yeah, but I was studying for the bar all through our engagement. She helped me quiz for weeks before I took the test.
I was the first person he called when he found out he failed.
Well, I guess not everyone can luck out like the two of you.
Well, maybe you just need to put yourself out there a little more, buddy.
Yes, have you tried Christian Mingle? A lot of nice, clean girls go on there.
I don't need to go to a paid dating website to meet women. I do just fine on my own.
Dude, you don't need to be embarrassed.
I am not embarrassed. I'm not the one whose wife just tried to kill him.
At least I have a wife.
Oh, no, it's not right when he's so alone.
I am not so alone.
Of course you're not. You'll find someone.
You want to press charges or not?
Oh, yeah, of course, I should. I mean, what she did was really horrible.
It was just unforgivable.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Totally, but I guess if you really stop to think about it, in the long run, there are even worse things that could happen to a person.
I suppose you're right. I mean, your snoring is horrific. But I guess it really is a matter of perspective. I mean, I know sometimes the person you love is just so awful you want to kill them. And then sometimes you actually try to kill them. But no matter how ugly and irritating the noise they make, at least it's not total silence. At least you're not going to end up like...
Do not even look at me.
Officer, I know you're going to think this is crazy, but I've decided I don't want to press charges anymore.
Oh, Peter!
But things have got to be different. From now on, there is no more of this holding stuff inside until you explode. I mean, if there's a problem, you just got to tell me the truth about it. I mean, if my snoring disturbs you so badly, you'd rather sleep on the couch? I mean, just tell me. I promise not to be angry.
Well, if you really want the truth, and you promise not to be mad, if it's your snoring that's so disturbing, shouldn't you be the one to say it?
Well, yeah, but, I mean, you know how bad my lower back is. Don't you think that couch might be a little uncomfortable for me?
Well, that depends. Would it be more uncomfortable sleeping on a couch with your bad back, or in our nice, big bed with one eye open? I'm just kidding.
I know that.
I would never really hurt you. I couldn't. What happened last night was so silly. I didn't know what I was doing. I just lost my mind for a minute, that's all. Oh, we shouldn't be doing this in front of him. It'll just make him feel worse.
We're sorry, officer. We promise nothing like this will ever happen again. But maybe it happened now for a reason. I mean, maybe seeing us will give you the push you need to find someone of your own. I mean, I know it may not be easy, but I think you can see just exactly what it is that you've been missing.
Yes, I genuinely think that I do. And I'm glad we could settle this whole thing so amiably that the two of you could work out your differences in a peaceful manner, and we could just write this whole issue off as nothing more than a harmless little domestic misunderstanding. In fact, I think I have just maybe one more quick question before we can call this a night.
What's that, officer?
Either one of you have a license for that 38 I found in the dust ruffle?